What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Off the Grid. I am Dom, and I'm flying solo. It's the British, not the British. The British are up there. It is the Spanish Grand Prix, and in Barcelona this week. Interesting stuff in qualifying. Obviously, we've got Charles Leclerc on pole, Max Verstappen in second, Carlos Sainz, and then Mercedes have Georgie Russell up there in fourth. Super excited. Lewis Hamilton, who is in sixth, has won 4 of the last 5 times this race has been held. So interesting to see what's going to happen there. Obviously, we'll follow the race live as it progresses, and then we might dip into some card prices on Golden, see what happened there today with a few auctions finishing. Obviously, a Futera 2006 Lewis Hamilton was up for sale today and did sell for a handy price. Source should be joining me at some stage throughout this race. He's currently doing something at the moment. And we might have some other special guests dropping by. So, yeah, super excited for this one. Back in Europe after the last race. As we mentioned, a bit disappointing. It was held in Miami, and it was a disappointing race. So, keen to see what happens here. We are officially a minute away from getting started. Obviously, formation lap about to happen, and super keen to get it underway. Carlos Sainz and Fernando Alonso have this as their home race. No other Spaniard has been on the podium outside of Fernando Alonso for this one. So Carlos Sainz trying to do something, make some history. So let's see how we go. Times are up for everyone here. If I do that, is it going to... Nope. Nice. All right, so I'll get Golden up in the background. So I can swap over to that a bit later. Here we go. Formation lap, 2 stop. So mediums for 20-25 laps. And then jump on the softs, or you can go mediums into the softs and then another set of softs. So I want to get the latest auction up. Oh, what have we done? Ended 22nd of the 5th. I'll work that out a bit later. Let's see how we go here. Good attendance, 278,000 people. Championship, Leclerc on top by 19 over Verstappen. Perez 66 in third, Russell in fourth, Sainz in fifth, Hamilton in sixth. Ferrari up in constructors as well. Here we go. Getting ready for the lights out. Alrighty. Here we go. Let's do it. In the comments, feel free to drop something in the chat, and I'll happily answer it for you. Here we go. Lights out, baby. Leclerc started very well here. Oh, Sainz is getting pushed way back, man. He's cooked here. So the Mercedes up into third. The Haas and Hamilton have touched. Magnussen's off and he's done for the day. Oh, he's copped it, Lewis. Oh, no. Yeah, he's got a puncture. He's cooked. He's dead last, Lewis Hamilton. And fair to say, he's in a lot of trouble. Also, Magnussen somehow got back on after getting in that gravel. Oh, he's front and left. Let's have a look here what's happened. Drama on the first lap. Oh. Is it locked here? So Magnussen somehow got back on. Usually in that gravel, the wheel spins. It just bogs you down and you can't get out of it. And bit of strife. But Lewis Hamilton still hasn't boxed, I don't think. Now he's boxed. Jeez. All right, here we go. So Magnussen in the pits as well. Leclerc's got that 1 second lead over Verstappen. Georgie Russell into third, pacing pretty well. Perez in fourth, Sainz in fifth, Mick Schumacher in sixth position. Lando Norris up into 10th, started outside the top 10. Ricciardo 8th. Bottas, who has been Mr. Consistency so far this season, in 7th. So the other one that lost positions was Sainz in the top 10. But interesting. Very, very interesting. 66 laps in this one. So we've got a fair bit of racing ahead of us. The pace, purple for Verstappen. So he's done pretty well on this lap, gaining time. No DRS just yet. Toto Wolff pre-race said that he expects to have a Mercedes on the podium by the end of this one. So they're trending very nicely. If you're tuning in first time here at Double Coverage for Off the Grid, we said by the time the British Grand Prix comes around, the Mercedes are going to be very, very good. Very, very good. They'll either get a podium, win races prior to the British Grand Prix, but I think they'll win Silverstone. Genuinely do. And by all means, Lewis Hamilton is like, I know he's right at the back. it happened really, really early. But if you can get some pace going, if there isn't too much damage, then he'll still make his way back up into the top 10. Got nothing to worry about there. That car's got enough pace. So Kevin Magnussen reckons that Lewis Hamilton deliberately ramped him. Interesting. Bit of drama. Leclerc back on the purple sectors. Bottas set a purple sector. Sainz is going to get a bit of a move on. So Bottas took Mick Schumacher. Very nice. Moves into sixth. It's good to see Haas up there, though. Card experience. Yeah, I know, man. Like, fuck. He can't catch a break. He genuinely can't catch a break, Gunter. Even when his team's doing well, like, there's still drama for him. Danny Rick's cooked here as well, which is just, yeah, what a pain. Fuck. Ricardo down into ninth. I reckon Norris will take him anyway. He'll overtake him eventually. Hamilton wanted to save the engine, he reckons. That's what he's saying. But the team reckons he can get into you can finish P8 with his times. Anything can happen in F1. We're only 5 laps in. There's a safety car, or God forbid there's a red flag, for example, then it changes the whole thing. They'll be able to work on his car if there is a red flag, change all his tyres, do what he needs to do, and bunch him back up with the rest of the group. It's 31 seconds behind Latifi. He's got a lot of work to do, Lewis Hamilton. There you go. Ted Kravitz reckons the car took a bit of damage. It's a bit battered and bruised. It wouldn't surprise me if he doesn't make a dent in any of like the times, and he just struggles. They're going to retire. They'll just retire him from this race, which is unfortunate for Lewis Hamilton fans out there. There's a lot of nice racing mid to bottom pack at the moment. Verstappen just dropped again a bit more. 1.5. Top 2 are just miles ahead of everyone else. Like Russell's 5.5 seconds behind Verstappen, so that means he's almost 7 seconds behind Leclerc in the Mercedes. So Alonso trying to make some moves. Oh, look at this setup by the F1. Got a drone. All right, each to their own. It's got the DRS. You should get him here. Oh, two former world champions going at each other. Signs is off. Oh, he's dropping. Oh, terrible. He's dropped all the way down to 11th, Carlos Sainz. Terrible. Puts Bottas up into 5th. Ocon in 6th. He's also overtaken. Sure, let's see what's happened here. Terrible driving. Terrible driving. Shocking. It's actually terrible. So Sergio Perez gained on Georgie Russell, only 200th, oh no, 200th? 500th of half a second behind him. It would have helped Carlos Sainz if he stayed on track. This duel here would have been able to gain more time on Perez. He's cooked himself here. He's actually cooked himself. Terrible. Carlos Sainz is having a nightmare season. Nightmare season. DNFs, spinning out. Wow. Very unfortunate. I really like Carlos Sainz. I reckon he's a great driver, but I don't know what's going on with him this year. He's absolutely struggling. Kills it in qualifying, but when it comes to driving the distance in a race, he's being off, really off the mark. So Leclerc's going to have to try and get some points. Red Bull will probably overtake Ferrari in the constructors if Perez can steal this third, which I think he will. It's got DRS on the Merc. Oh, Sainz will work his way back up because every car here is just terrible. It's just really poor. There's a yellow flag again. Verstappen off. Oh, Verstappen off. What is happening? Turn 4. Claims another victim. Oh my. Georgie Russell up into 2nd. Perez will let Verstappen pass eventually. Uh, Terrible. Slid off. Shocking. Well, if that's happened 10 laps in, expected to happen a lot more in the next 56 laps to other cars. Oh, they're getting close. Perez and Russell. Really, really close. Matty. Max is a mid driver. Yeah, bro. Oh, fuck. You keep thinking that. He'll get back into 2nd anyway. In all honesty, though, this is just set up now for Charles Leclerc to just win it. There you go. I was telling you before, Norris was going to take Danny Rick. Daniel Ricciardo's car is just so slow. It's got no pace. It shits me. Leclerc's loving it with this 10-second buffer. And I tell you what, Leclerc is very, very happy with the work that Russell's doing at the moment. So he can just, while they're dueling, extend the lead. Max just needs to be patient here, and he can't do anything erratic and stupid, because if he does, it could potentially take out his teammate. Tell you what, the Mercedes got a bit of pace on the straights. Let's check in on Lewis Hamilton. 18 seconds now. He's cut it a bit. Signs in the pits. Not great. He's still finishing the top 10 with absolute ease. Carlos Sainz. Lewis Hamilton now a second behind Zoe. 37 degrees. It's almost 50 degrees on the track. Jeez. Daniel Ricciardo is just getting absolutely slapped out there, man. I reckon there's going to be some stops here. Oh no. Overheating for the Mercedes. Not great. Signs moving up. There's people pit, Albon pit, Ricardo pit, Sonoda pit. Signs up into 12th, 5 seconds behind Latifi, and 10 seconds behind Stroll in 10th for the points. Hamilton into 18th now. So we're going to come down to the tactics here. So they swap positions here, Perez and Verstappen. It's because Verstappen has more pace. I was Magnussen, Manny. No, I don't think he hit him on purpose. Like, as much as I want to say he hit him on purpose, he didn't. I think it understeered on him or oversteered the car. Like, it was just bad timing. Made it look worse. But yeah, I don't think you want to risk getting penalties and ruining your car by hitting someone deliberately on the first lap. Like, puts your race in jeopardy. So, which, as you can see, it is pretty much cooked for him. So Lando pit exit. Signs right behind him. Signs going to push him here. He's up into 10th. Carlos Signs. Mick Schumacher out in 14th from the pits. Tell you what, this race has already been more exciting than the race 2 weeks ago. We had Signs go off. We had Verstappen go off. We've had Lewis Hamilton clip Magnussen on the first lap. Latifi loves a crash. He lives for it. So 11 seconds for Leclerc, and Russell and Verstappen both pitting. Perez moves into second in the Grand Prix. By the time the two of these guys come out, yeah, Bottas in third. Ocon has pitted also. I didn't see what tyres they put on. That'll come up anyway in a sec. So we're 14 laps into the 66 lap race, and Charles Leclerc is in a very good position. Just need to be careful. Obviously, on turn 4, as 2 cars have gone off already. So here comes Sainz. See you later, Lando. You're gone. Now he's 4 seconds behind Ocon. So you start hunting down Esteban Ocon. And then 2 seconds in front of him is Lance Stroll. So the Aston Red Bulls, as what they've been called this weekend, as the car design is pretty much looks exactly the same as the Red Bull, sitting in 6th and 7th behind Max Verstappen, who is in 5th, followed by Russell. Leclerc's in a good spot. He can pit if he really wants to. But Bottas still to pit. Perez still to pit. Leclerc still to pit. So Verstappen radio. So Bottas comes into the pits. George Russell and Verstappen move up here. 3.2 second stop. Pretty slow, if you ask me. Stroll's pitted. Signs up into 8th. Now still chasing Esteban Ocon. Hamilton up into 16th now. Russell is literally holding on. Both on the mediums. There we go. Bottas takes Vettel. Here comes Max Verstappen. No, he didn't open the wing. So, yeah. Vettel up 10 spots. I don't think he's stopped yet, Vettel. While we're following Ricardo here on the telecast. He's struggling. He's in 12th. Yeah, I think it's in a bit of strife, Manny. Hey, the further back Max Verstappen is, the better it is for Charles Leclerc. He just gained more points on him. If he doesn't have DRS for the rest of this race, his pace will more than likely struggle, because if Russell can get above that 1 second, he can't use anything. No DRS again. Oh, it is. It's active. Oh, it's back, Manny. The DRS is back. You should get him on the next lap. Ocon takes Vettel. Vettel still has to pit, I'm pretty sure. Sainz just behind Vettel. Yeah, more than likely, Manny. The car will overheat. Typical Red Bull. You'll get him this lap, though. He's right on him. He's going to get DRS on the straight, and Perez been told to box as well. So if you can get him, he'll be in second, Verstappen. Here comes Sergio Perez. Very clean. 2.8 second stop. Very nice. I didn't see if you. I don't think you used DRS on the straight there, Max. 30-second lead for Leclerc. Oh, it's good for Georgie Russell there. Max is not happy. He's not happy at all. Crazy. Russell defending pretty well here. Max is right on him though. Like he's driving so erratic. I reckon he could do something stupid today. Be interesting to see when Ferrari pull in Leclerc here. Because he's got a 30-second gap on Russell. The pit stop usually takes about 20 to 25 potentially. So come out with fresh tires, have about 5 seconds. I still think like it's perfect time is to pit while Russell is ahead of Max. There you go. Perez running the one stopper. His DRS is working and not working. I don't know what's going on. Nightmare. Perez setting purple. Ricardo's just getting eaten alive out there. We could see Mick Schumacher get some points here today. Haas has more pace than McLaren. What a time to be alive, says Manny. Oh, I love seeing it. Because this is the thing, like it's a Haas, so it's more seeing what Mick Schumacher can get out of the car and how good of a driver he actually is. So that's the really good thing. 1.2 behind Alonso. He'll catch him. He'll catch Tsunoda. He'll probably catch Norris. If he catches him, he should be able to catch Vettel. Sainz cut it to 1.3 behind Ocon now. I think Bottas is just loving life at the moment where he's sitting in that fifth spot. Perez sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, which is a 1:27.3. Leclerc has boxed. .2 stop for Lightning. So it's 5.5 lead, fresh tyres. Happy days for Charles Leclerc. It really is. Manny said he had a pep talk with Ferrari this week. Yeah, and did you tell Sainz to drive off the track? Vettel's pitted. So Alonso and Schumacher pass him. Lewis Hamilton will pass him too. Hamilton up into 15th. I don't think Hamilton will get into the points. He struggled to catch Zoe. I reckon he's got a bit of damage to that car. I still think there's a bit in this race. Signs in DRS of Ocon under a second. If Signs can get Ocon, it'll be very interesting because he'll start hunting down the guys in front of him. Like it's a 7-second gap to Bottas, but he can start hunting down Bottas. And by at least lap 40, he needs to get him. Max. I love it. He's so frustrated at the moment. Let's see. He is a world champ. Hamilton in the pit lane once again. Just struggling. Nightmare weekend for Lewis Hamilton. But Georgie Russell's loving life at the moment. Max has just had enough. But George Russell comes back. Oh, no, it's getting a bit close. He's pushing him off. You got to pull out here, Max. Don't do anything stupid. I reckon he got squeezed off the track. Wow. What a jewel. Hamilton cards are about to go down, says Manny. I'm glad that an Aussie sold that Futera 2006 rookie card for 243K today to someone overseas. If they're going to go down, at least he made bank. Good on him. Great day to be an Aussie. Oh, his DRS isn't working again. Genuinely a nightmare. I just see Max Verstappen just button mashing. Pop 3 will appear. 100% it will. 100%. Yeah, 100%. All about Leclerc base now. Got a pump where you have the super. Did you see the Super Fractor 101 sold for 260K today? Insane. Oh, I'll bring up. I want racing Formula One 23 cards. There we go. Let's see if I can share. What? We don't want me. We want this one here. There we go. So, some interesting stuff today. Obviously, here it is. Futera 06 Grand Prix. Sold for 292,266 USD. PSA 9 Superfractor 101 at Leclerc 264 to 5 2020 Tops Dynasty F1 patch auto Lewis 90K Tops Chrome variation for the Sapphire. There's a Tops Chrome F1 factory sealed hobby case. 12 boxes, went for 34,700 US. Here's a Sports Illustrated for kids. Lewis Hamilton. I can't believe this Sapphire Edition Red Refractor 5 of 5 went for 9K. So, yeah. Few interesting things at the moment. Let's get the timing back up. Surely, I agree. If you're selling the Superfractor for 264 USD, 264K USD, bro, you got to go buy Ferrari. Sold the Ferrari driver, bought the Ferrari car. Come on, doesn't get much better than that. Then you're gonna have to sell another 3 Superfractors just to keep up the service on the Ferrari, though. When you have to put 60K a year into it, it's not cheap. It's one thing to own a supercar, to service it is another thing. Petrol, poor. Oh no, Leclerc has lost power. Uh-oh. Gone. Georgie Russell is in first. This is 100 times better than the Miami Grand Prix. Georgie Russell defending. He's going to have to defend for the next uh, 38 laps for his life. Unbelievable scenes. Leclerc is done. Done. Loss of power. I can't believe it. What a nightmare. What an absolute nightmare. Unbelievable stuff. Genuinely unbelievable. Oh, Lance Stroll's been spun out there. Oh, just this is insane. Oh, just gone. He's trying to change the settings. Nothing's working. And he's gone. DNF. Not what you want when you're trying to win a world championship. For F's sake. Card experience. Thank you for the share on IG. Appreciate it, dude. Thank you. I can't believe he's gone. He's out. Where's my phone? Get this out. I've got to try and capture this. Unreal scenes, man. Unreal. If only real Ferrari car prices went down like cards. Just imagine. Manny says, I'm down with F1 now. What a nightmare. The two guys at the moment. Yeah, the two guys, Hamilton and Leclerc, cooked in this race. I'm so happy I made, like, Sauce and I were talking about the Mercedes and where they're going to be in a month's time, and like people would have thought, oh, these two guys are absolutely nuts. But the fact that a Mercedes can hold off a Red Bull like this, with all due respect to Verstappen button mashing his DRS, but seriously, the pace in the car is pretty good. Hamilton's clearly got damage, but I'm going to take that back because he set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. So he might have found some pace here, Lewis Hamilton. Here he comes in 12th. Definitely going to get into the points. There's Perez leading the Grand Prix. I didn't even realize that Verstappen pitted. Set the fastest lap as well, Verstappen now. So Sergio Perez leads the Grand Prix. Unbelievable. What a race. Maybe Red Bull's off of Max. They're on to Perez, shutting down Max's DRS. Give Perez the chance to win a race. Tell you what, some big gains on Charles Leclerc. Big gains. Big. If Max Verstappen can win this, he'll be 7 points in front of Charles Leclerc in the World Championship. He'll be on top. Manny, this race is awesome. It has been sick. We're 31 laps in. We're not even halfway done, and the drama has been unreal. I know it sucks for you because the cutie's gone, mate. Here comes Max, pushes into third, and they'll hunt down Georgie Russell. Sainz about to box again. Ferrari's just having a shocking weekend. Manny's not happy. Just imagine the guy that bought the just tell yourself, yeah, Manny, unless everyone gets a dinner. Manny, just think of this. Just think of the guy that spent 293,000 on the Hamilton today, and the other guy that spent 268,000 on the Leclerc Superfractor. Think about how they're feeling, especially the guy that bought the Leclerc. He'd be absolutely mortified at the fact that Verstappen is going to be in front, leading the world championship. Unbelievable. What is happening? Hamilton's actually up into 10th as well now, by the way. Into 9th, sorry. There you go. Instead of purple. I know, man. He spent 300. Hamilton is in 9th. And Sainz is boxing. He's going up into 8th. Four laps. He's going to wipe 9 seconds off in 4 laps. Unreal. Oh, Sainz has already stopped. Sorry. So he's about to take Sonoda. Move back into 7th. But Hamilton's flying. He's actually flying at the moment. Just insane. But Max has to chase down Perez. And if I'm Perez, I'm not relinquishing the spot. Because he can win a Grand Prix here. So Hamilton about to move into 8th. He'll pass Sonoda. Who's in the pits. There we go. Hamilton's just working his way up. Hamilton's only done 10 laps on those mediums as well. Good push there for the top 5. But as I said, there's still too much to be driven out of this race. There's too many laps left. There still could be another twist anywhere in this race. There could be a twist. Another one to come. He's flying here, Max Verstappen. He's genuinely flying. Toto wants Russell up there, mate. Yeah, that'll never happen, unfortunately. He'll just let him pass. Russell can finish this in third. He'll be on the podium, which is... Signs into sixth. 8 seconds now behind Esteban Ocon. Hamilton will also pass Lando Norris. Into seventh, who is now 9 seconds behind Sainz. Mick Schumacher dropped off massively here. There's Alonso up into 10th. He's into the points. Here we go. You start chasing down Lando Norris. I think the Alpine here has a lot more pace than what the McLaren has. Yes, kart experience. I will be going 100%. Lock me in. We should get a group together, and we should all head in. I'm 100% going. The reason I didn't go to the last one, Saucy got in. The reason I didn't go was because I was going overseas, and I didn't want to risk a potential positive, or else they wouldn't have let me on the plane to travel internationally. And I really wanted to get away, obviously, with COVID the last couple of years. So that's the only reason why I gave up that for the week. I didn't go to the footy for the week. I was a good boy. It was pretty much like self-isolating, to be honest, to make sure I could get on the plane, which is pretty shit, but you got to do what you got to do sometimes. Sainz 2.9 behind Bottas for that fifth spot. Verstappen 3 seconds to George Russell. .7. Literally just shedding the time. There should be splits. Why is there no splits? Leaderboard. I don't know what happened there. There should be splits, but for some reason there's no splits. So Bottas moves into fourth, Sainz into fifth. Hamilton will pass Ocon, who's in the pits as well. Well, he should. There you go. Hamilton's up into the sixth position now. Sainz only 2.6 behind Bottas and then has 30 seconds to catch Verstappen. So I don't think that's going to happen, but he salvaged something here of what could have been a disaster for Ferrari, complete disaster. Could have had both of them completely gone out of the points, but looks like he might salvage a fourth. And Georgie Russell's cooked here, by the way. He's gone. He's pitting anyway. There's Max. 6 seconds behind Sergio Perez. Hey, you never know. You never know, Manny. The two Red Bulls might decide they want to race each other. Instead of Perez letting him pass. Could be a clip there and changes everything. But we do know Perez is the ultimate teammate. So more than likely just going to let him pass. Try and just hold on for that second position. Get a Red Bull 1-2 and thanks for coming. I genuinely can't believe Leclerc's out. I'm not showing it, but I'm pretty pissed off that Leclerc's out. Not happy at all. We'll just see how the splits go for like George Russell. Oh, there you go. So Perez is going to pit. Verstappen takes the lead, and he should come out behind. Oh, it's just Russell's 25 seconds behind, so or they might be right near each other. Oh no. So we'll get a Perez versus Russell. Signs on. Yeah, he's got under 2 seconds on Bottas. You know what? Yeah, I know you hate Red Bull, Manny. I know. I know you do. I actually like Max Verstappen, so as much as I want Leclerc to win the world championship, though, but there you go. Engine failure for Charles Leclerc, confirmed by Ferrari. Terrible. Second race. On its second race, it shit the bed. Fuck. It genuinely is a disaster. Far out, man. Like, signs he's genuinely hunting down Valtteri Bottas. It's been a good salvage for him. Same with Lewis Hamilton in sixth. Now, who's this? Lando chasing Sebastian Vettel. Should be light work for the McLaren on the Aston Martin. DRS is active. Yeah, he's gone. See ya, Seb. You're done, mate. Now he's got 5.5 seconds to work on for Esteban Ocon. Well, Toto said that Hamilton would finish in that eighth spot, but you know, if you can get sixth, it helps Mercedes. The constructors, of course. Some world championship points for Lewis, which he'll be looking just keep accumulating those. And then after the halfway mark of the season, I expect Mercedes up there competing to win races week in, week out, to be honest. Any other thoughts out there from anyone watching here? Chuck them in the comments. Any questions? Chuck it in the chat. Happy to answer them. Perez is actually lapping quicker than Verstappen. She's got newer tyres. F1 does not suck, Manny. You're just upset at the moment with what's happening, as I am. I'm pretty pissed off. Not happy at all, to be honest, but there you go, Magnuson. Hey. There you go, Hamilton quicker than Georgie Russell at the moment. $1.1 for signs on Bottas. It's going to get him. Hamilton's just wiping some time off. 24 laps to go. I think it's going to get into that lull at the moment. In this race, potentially. It's Mick Schumacher there. Alonso chasing Vettel to get up into 9th spot. I'm taking Ferrari. Just hoping that, obviously, my engine doesn't fail on me, but I'm taking Ferrari. Just the history and stuff, just to be able to say I sat in a car that, so many world champions have driven for in the past, and just the history there. Yeah. There you go. Pastor Maldonado in the crowd, former driver in F1. But yeah, I drive for Ferrari, 100%. Especially, and I've got Italian heritage as well, so I'm pretty much corrupted from birth. Card experience. I think that's the way it works. Just pushed out to 1.4 for signs on Bottas, which is because of the markers. I'm taking Leclerc's seat every day of the week. Every day of the week. But I'm racing with number 7, not 16. That's what I'm racing with. Vettel comes into the pits. Mickey Schumacher will overtake him. He's got a bit of work to catch Tsunoda. Ricciardo passes Vettel as well. Hamilton's cut down the time to 7.6 seconds. So Max now leads. Anything can happen. It's hot out there. There could be overheating. Who the hell knows what's going to happen next? $22 to go. He's run 18 laps on those softs. So he's probably going to have to pit eventually, once again. So his average time loss is 19 seconds for a pit stop. Oh, he's been told to box. Here we go. So Perez is going to lead the Grand Prix, and Verstappen could come out dueling with George Russell. Oh, nice. Good pit stop. Black and white flag for Lewis Hamilton. Track limits. It's the last thing that he wants, a 5-second penalty. Here we go. Vettel takes Gasly. Gasly struggled in this race. Alonso's gained 11 positions in this race into 9th. There you go. Sainz pits. So Hamilton up into 5th now. Leclerc talking. Let's have a listen to what he has to say.
It's a shame. In those moments, I believe that there's nothing else I can do apart from looking at the positives, and there are plenty this weekend. There's the qualifying pace, the race pace, and most importantly, the time management that has been a weakness in the last 2 races. I think we have definitely find something this weekend on that, and so it gives me the confidence for the rest of the season. But on the other hand, yeah, we'll look at this issue, and we can't afford for this to happen many times during the season. So we need to find a problem. Yeah, as you say, plenty to build on.
Yeah, just happy with the pace of the car, Leclerc, but obviously not great that he couldn't finish this race.
Yeah, the championship will go down to basically nothing, or maybe we'll lose it actually, but that's fine. I'm not looking at it. I think what is the most important is the overall performance.
He's got to go to Monaco next week, which is the king of crashing in. So surely he can have an improvement, Leclerc.
This is a race of what if for Ferrari. What if that gust of wind didn't catch out Carlos Sainz? What if you didn't have a power unit problem? So such a hard day at the racetrack for you.
Yeah, it's certainly unhappy, as you said, but I was just listening to Charles. Right.
Yeah, well, you've had a shit weekend, Ferrari. It's been terrible. You can take as many positives as you want. The biggest negative is your engine's two races old on Leclerc's car, and it blew up, lost power. Like, your pace is good, but you can't have that happening 2 races into a brand new engine. Like, come on. It's not a positive in my eyes. That's a concern. So hopefully it's not something that happens consistently. They can sort this shit out. Interesting. Van Dijk and Salah are not fit enough to start the game today against Wolves for Liverpool. Very interesting. A bit of a sidetrack there. Verstappen's cut the lead to 1.2 on Perez. Like, he'll let him pass. There's no point fighting over it, to be honest. Here he goes. Next lap, just let him pass Perez. Like, seriously. Max has just got so much more pace in this car. There you go, lets him pass. And now he just spends the next 17 laps cruising into second, Perez, and then if Russell somehow does catch up, just block him, which we know he's really good at doing. So Hamilton putting the softs on for some pace here. Drops into 7th. Probably lose a spot to Norris, maybe. No. Came out in front of Lando. So Hamilton with the softs. If he's got some pace, he could do some damage here in the next 17 laps. Some real damage. I reckon he could be fighting Carlos Sainz for that 5th spot. Lewis Hamilton. I genuinely do. And then potentially try and chase down Bottas. Like, Hamilton's killing time off. No Leclerc means I'm now cheering for my mate's Russell cards. I like it, mate. You're like a true teammate, like Sergio Perez. Looking after you, mate. I love it. Yeah, I think Russell will get on the podium here. I don't see any threat from anyone like taking it from him. Just fingers crossed nothing out of the ordinary happens. On turn 4, for example. Bit of gust of wind. So Verstappen, 26 points. That'll put him... I can't remember how many points I was saying he was in front. Leclerc. He'll be in front though. I think I said he was 18 ahead, so he will now be 8 ahead because he's got the fastest lap. All right, Lewis. See you later, Esteban. Thanks for coming. I think it'll be less than P6. He's chasing down Carlos Sainz. Russell to box. Hamilton's only got 5 laps on those soft tires. Bottas might have to pit as well. All right, here come the softs for Georgie. So Bottas takes Georgie Russell. And he'll catch Bottas in 3 laps with ease. Fastest lap for Lewis Hamilton. Only 6.5 behind Carlos Sainz now. Here comes Lando Norris in the pits. Alonso up into 8th now.
What's happened, Doma? What's happened?
Bro, what's happening?
Oh, I thought I'll get on for the last few laps.
Bro, you've missed probably one of the best races so far this season. It was unbelievable. It was actually unbelievable. So
I seen Leclerc
his
went out.
engine, lost power. So pretty much race started. First lap, Magnussen and Hamilton have a bingle, and Hamilton's front left pops, so he has to pit. So Hamilton was in 20th position. He's now in 6th.
Shit. So he's driven pretty well. Just goes to show that
he's got the fastest lap at the moment, Source. No comment on what we've been saying about the Mercedes. No comments. All right, no comments. All right. So he's hunting down Carlos Sainz to get into 5th position. So what could have been if he didn't crash. Who knows what could have happened. Then Verstappen went off on turn 4 on lap 5, literally went off the track. And then he dropped positions. Carlos Sainz also went off in turn 4 the lap before Verstappen. And then Sainz dropped all the way down. So Sainz has actually done a good job to get all the way back up into fifth position. It was just poor driving from both of them. Then Max Verstappen's DRS wasn't working. Like, he was trying to press the button. He's going on the freaking on the radio going, fix my fucking DRS. And they're like, press the button. He's like, I'm pressing the fucking button. It was so funny. So he's like losing. He's like spamming the button, I reckon. So it just had everything. Just good overtake. So he literally sat behind George Russell for, I reckon, a good 12 laps, 15 laps with no DRS. And they were battling it out there, which was so good. And yeah, that's brought you up to speed. Bottas is there. Obviously, Leclerc.
Did he get his DRS back in the end, Verstappen?
Yeah, it's back. It's back now. He's leading the race. He's going to win. He's going to get back into first position in the World Championship, which is unreal after the poor start that Red Bull had. He's now going and reflecting on Ferrari, unfortunately. Missed opportunity, I think, for Ferrari in a couple of races. Missed opportunity now.
This is what can happen. This is what can happen.
So,
you need to have
Leclerc,
consistency.
Leclerc was about 30 seconds ahead of everyone. Source.
And his engine failed.
Yeah, like cruising to victory. Like would have won easily.
So what? The Ferrari still have the best car, we think.
Well, the concern is Leclerc changed his engine, and the engine is this is its second race, and it failed. Like he changed his engine, and it's already failed 2 races in. Like that's a concern to me. Like Leclerc was talking, he got interviewed, and then Mattia Binotto got interviewed, and they're like, oh yeah, but there's positives. We went really well in qualifying, and we set really good race pace, but my concern is if you've got a brand new engine 2 races in and it's failing, like I don't care whatever your positive is, there's obviously a big concern. There's a cloud now over every race. Like, is the engine gonna hold up, or I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, they fixed that issue with Verstappen, so
That's true.
you don't know.
Card experience makes a good point. He said good signs outside of the car issue. 100%. 100%. Good driver. They got all those signs are really good. Yeah. Manny said the race sucked ass. That's because he's invested in Charles Leclerc cards, mate. So it's gonna suck for everyone. I was saying to Manny, like the person that bought the Hamilton today, like the rookie, doesn't really have to worry now because he's worked his way up into 6th. He's probably going to finish. In all honesty, I reckon Hamilton will finish in 4th or 3rd. Oh, sorry, 4th or 5th. He'll fight signs for that 4th position. But just imagine if you're the guy source that bought the 101 PSA 9 Charles Leclerc Superfractor for 264,000 USD today. You would be fucking crying right now. Doesn't finish. Lost the top spot in the World Championship.
What? 260?
4,000 USD. Yes, you
We'll
heard
have to
me
have
correctly.
We'll have to have a look at some of these sales on Wednesday on the show.
Yeah, I ran through the F1 sales before, but Hamilton just set a fastest lap again. He's only 2.7 seconds behind Sainz.
Oh yeah, they're looking good to have it nice and tuned up by Silverstone.
I'm telling you, they are winning that race. Barring anything going wrong with the car or someone like touching freaking tires or whatever on the opening lap, they are winning that race. Either Russell or Lewis Hamilton will win that race. It's all been smoke and mirrors, mate.
No, they have had issues.
Yeah, but it's a lot of it's smoke and mirrors. That the car was like so far behind. Nah, it's all bullshit, mate. They were running a freaking Mitch Trubisky Chicago Bears freaking offense, mate. Smoke and mirrors. Made him look better than what he actually was. Matt Nagy. Was it Matt Nagy there? Yeah.
That's a weird analogy. But
yeah, because everyone said Trubisky's all right, but it was smoke and mirrors. It made him look. His coaching made him look better than what he actually was. And it's the opposite in this. It's like, oh, we're no good, we're no good, we're no good. It's just making you. It's just all bullshit. It really is. Manny says, hasn't Red Bull spent most of their allowed money already? Mate, they got unlimited money. It's funny when you only need to spend like $1 million. Like, for example, you got $1 million left. How cheap the parts will all of a sudden become to replacing the car.
yeah, exactly.
You'd be amazed. It's called creative accounting. Yeah, you think there's a cap. You think
there's no cap.
You think there's a
and
cap.
even if they go over the cap, what they cop a fine that's not even worth nothing. Like, you know, in the scheme of how much money's getting spent.
I don't know what happens if they do go over the cap. Probably lose points or some shit, which they'll make up every race after anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Hamilton's literally half a second behind Sainz. And then Bottas is half.
He's going to overtake him, surely.
Hamilton's finishing fourth in this race.
All right. But that's
I
not
can't-
bad.
I actually can't believe Hamilton is going to finish fourth.
How's the McLarens gone? Norris
Mate,
and,
look where Danny Ricci's
Ricciardo.
13th. Norris 8th. They've been terrible. McLaren. They're finished. There's only 3 constructors in this, mate. It's Red Bull, Ferrari, and Mercedes. Don't worry about McLaren. They suck. There you go. Hamilton gets Bottas. And now he's got 8 laps to overtake.
Done that with ease. That
Carlos
was not
Sainz.
even on DRS zone, was it? Just overtook him just bang around the corner.
Mate, I'll tell you what. You just need to get into that 1 second. Fuck. Sorry, Valtteri takes 6th, mate. Valtteri's happy with 6th. Don't worry about it, mate.
But Alfa Romeo's, I mean, it's pretty good to get the Alfa up there. Well, his partner's gone out of the race.
Yeah. Bottas does have real old tyres, man. He should have probably pitted, but it is what it is. He finished 6th, and here we go.
One stop? Did he one stop?
Nah, 2 stop. I think he's 2 stop. Oh no. The hunt is on, Source. Oh, he's half a second behind him. He's
in the DRS zone now.
I'll be honest with you. It's a failure of a weekend. It is a failure already for Ferrari, but it's an ultimate failure if Hamilton overtakes Sainz.
He's come from 20th.
He's literally come from 20th. Source. 20th. 20th. There's been no safety car to get him back in. He was 1 minute behind the race leader at one stage. 1 minute.
We've seen this before from him, though. Last
Yeah, I
season,
know.
he had one of
the
those
car-
crazy races where he
Because
just...
the car is quick and he can drive. We've never denied that he can't drive. We've never said that he's a shit driver. We just said that he's not the GOAT. He can drive. He's got him. He's going to get him on the straight. I actually can't believe he's going to finish 4th. Fucking Mercedes.
It's a great drive, though.
He's got
Got
him.
him in
Opens the
DRS.
wing. See you later, buddy. You're gone, mate. See you, son.
Done that
They're going to
perfectly.
finish 3rd and 4th, mate.
was clean.
Unbelievable.
No, Russell gets up there. Russell's leading in out of the 2, isn't he, in terms of
Yeah,
points?
yeah. But I do think Hamilton had more pace than Russell today, in all honesty. He did. He had that problem at the beginning of the race. Put him in 20th.
Yeah, so what are your thoughts? Maybe if that didn't happen at the beginning of the race and you had to take that pit, he could have potentially won the race. Where did he start from?
No. I don't think Hamilton would have won the race, but he could have. I don't know if he could have pushed. I don't know. I just don't see. This is the thing that I'm annoyed, kind of, and because we're not going to really see it next week, because next week's Monaco, and as you know, with Monaco, there isn't much opportunity to overtake.
No.
So
that's right.
this was actually the race, to be honest, and I'm actually disappointed that what happened to Hamilton happened to Hamilton, because I would have loved to seen the actual pace he could have got out of this car on this track. You know, where there's a lot of opportunity to overtake, you know, big DRS. Like, I was actually keen to see what happened. Like, you can see what he did to get from 20th all the way back into 4th position. It's what could have been, really. He's clearly quicker than the Ferrari in signs. Is he quicker than Perez? Is the question. Because I think he's quicker than Russell. So if he's quicker than Perez Sauce, then we're looking at a Max Verstappen, Charles Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton three-way fight in the second half of the season for the World Championship. Like, that's the way I look at it.
Yep.
Which is pretty good. You got three drivers, and potentially you can throw George Russell in there because he's driven really, really well this season. He hasn't finished outside top six.
Yeah, he's having a good season. Putting
Yeah.
a very good season together.
Got to jump on the podium as well, which is really good for him. Couldn't agree more. The drone needs to go.
Is that the drone shot there?
Yeah, no. That's just not. They got the live F1 drone now. Like, just flies around. It's just shit. It's terrible. No need for it.
There we go. 4 laps to go. 4 laps to go. He's got it in the bag.
He is pacing quicker. Like Hamilton is pacing quicker than George Russell. It's insane. It was funny because Toto Wolff said pre-race source, he goes, expecting to be on the podium at the end of this race.
It's good.
There you go. And not for anything. Let's be honest. The only reason he is on the podium is because Leclerc, the engine did fail, or else they would have finished fourth and fifth. But besides the point, both Mercedes are quicker than the second Ferrari. Like, that's the positive for the Mercedes and Mercedes fans out there. As much as it worries me, because I don't really want Hamilton to have an opportunity to win another world title, but he's going to be good in the next few weeks. Like, really, really good. They're only getting better, Mercedes. Which is a freaking worry, man.
Well, they'll be up back and
If,
fighting.
not for anything,
They'll be fighting for wins in the second half of the season. We know that for a fact.
Oh shit, yeah.
Like how much their cars are already improved over the first races
it's unbelievable.
into the season.
And you've got to think about it now. Russell and Hamilton are chopping off points of Leclerc and Carlos Sainz. Yeah, they're losing points to Perez and Verstappen, but in the World Championship, all you need to do is stay in touch. And in the second half of the season, if you can win some races, it's anything can happen. There's so many races now in a calendar year. It's like it's not over. It's not like a couple of years ago when Hamilton was winning every race by 30 seconds to a minute, and the season was finished at the halfway point because he won every freaking race. Which is boring as batshit.
It is boring. Big last games coming up in the EPL.
Salah and Van Dijk starting on the bench, mate. Not fit enough, apparently.
You're joking.
No. Not starting. I reckon he's going to have to give off. So Hamilton's going to finish 5th. There's cooling issues for the Mercedes, both of them. So I think he's going to have to give up his spot because he has to take his foot off the gas. Mate, just fucking take the gamble, mate. It's F1s. Mate, there's only one lap left, mate. Just hammer it. He's gone. Yeah. Literally took his foot off the gas.
So if they don't have those cooling issues,
No, Hamilton would have finished 4th, but consolation prize for Ferrari after a shit weekend. He's literally eased off so much. Like he's got the gap on Valtteri Bottas. Here he comes. Supermax, mate. Just too good. His car's 15 seconds quicker than his teammate. That's how quick it is. What a joke.
1-2 finish. So does that put them on top in the constructors?
No, it's good. He's just stacking up those race wins, Max Verstappen.
He was too good.
There you go. Perez will take second. Good drive by Russell. Big props to him.
The next step
big
for
props.
Russell is to try and win a race.
Yeah, 100%.
He's made what, 2 second podium, they just said, this season.
Nicely done. All sorted, Sauce. All sorted.
Made it for the last little bit of the race.
It's time I hit the hay. That's what I reckon, mate. Very nicely done. Thanks to everyone that jumped in. Thanks, Saucy, for dropping by. It was a great race, obviously. Spanish Grand Prix. It's been Max and Sergio Perez, Red Bull 1-2, George Russell in 3rd, Charles Leclerc, DNF, engine failure. Not great. Max is now leading the World Championship. And Red Bull are in front in the constructors as well. So they're just taking everything at the moment. Positive weekend for Red Bull Racing Team. All right. Thank you to everyone that tuned in the live chat. Appreciate you keeping me company for 66 laps. It's been myself, Dom, with the great man, Sauce. And
the best outro of all
Let's go.